Once upon a time, in a small village surrounded by towering mountains and dense forests, there lived a little sparrow named Pip. Pip was no ordinary sparrow. Unlike the other birds, Pip had a dream that was much bigger than himself. He wanted to touch the stars. Every night, he would gaze up at the sky, his eyes sparkling with wonder as he imagined what it would be like to soar among the stars. Pip's friends often laughed at him, saying, "You're just a tiny sparrow, Pip. How can you possibly reach the stars? They're so far away." But Pip wasn't discouraged. He believed that if he wished hard enough and tried with all his heart, he might just make his dream come true. The mysterious elder. One evening, as Pip sat alone on a branch, staring up at the sky, he heard a soft rustling behind him. Turning around, he saw an old, wise owl perched on a nearby tree. The owl had seen many things in his long life and was known as the guardian of the forest. He had heard about Pip's dream and had come to offer some advice. "Little sparrow," the owl hooted gently, "the stars are indeed far, but they are not unreachable. If you truly wish to touch the stars, you must embark on a journey to find the starry flower. It blooms once every 100 years in the highest peak of the Silver Mountains. The flower has the power to grant one wish to those pure of heart." Pip's heart fluttered with excitement. This was his chance. He thanked the wise owl and set off on his journey the very next morning. The perilous journey. Pip's journey to the Silver Mountains was not easy. The path was long and fraught with challenges. He flew over vast forests, crossed raging rivers, and braved fierce winds. At times, he grew tired and hungry, but the thought of touching the stars kept him going. One day, as he flew through a dark and ominous forest, Pip encountered a fierce storm. The winds howled, and the trees swayed violently. The storm was so strong that it knocked Pip off course, and he found himself lost in the dense woods. Exhausted and scared, Pip sought shelter under a large leaf. As he rested, he noticed a faint glow in the distance. Curious, Pip followed the light and soon came upon a tiny firefly. The firefly was trapped in a spider's web and was struggling to break free. "Help! Please help me," the firefly pleaded. Without a second thought, Pip carefully picked the web with his beak until the firefly was free. The firefly was grateful and offered to guide Pip through the forest as a token of thanks. Together, they made their way out of the dark woods, and the firefly pointed Pip in the direction of the Silver Mountains. The Silver Mountains. Finally, after days of travel, Pip reached the base of the Silver Mountains. The mountains were tall and majestic, their peaks glistening with snow. At the very top, hidden among the icy crags, was the starry flower. Pip began his ascent, flying as high as his little wings could carry him. The air grew colder and the winds harsher, but Pip pressed on. Halfway up the mountain, he encountered a massive eagle guarding the path. The eagle was fierce and powerful, its eyes sharp and unforgiving. "Who dares to enter my domain?" the eagle demanded. Pip, though small and frightened, stood his ground. "I am Pip, and I seek the starry flower to fulfill my dream of touching the stars." The eagle looked at Pip with a mixture of amusement and respect. "Many have tried to reach the flower, but few have succeeded. Why should I let you pass?" Pip took a deep breath and replied, "Because my dream is not just for me. If I can touch the stars, I want to bring back a piece of their light to share with others, so that they too can believe in their dreams." The eagle, moved by Pip's selflessness, nodded. "Very well, little sparrow. You may pass. But be warned, the final challenge is the most difficult." With that, the eagle spread its wings and flew away, leaving the path clear for Pip to continue his journey. The starry flower. Pip finally reached the peak of the Silver Mountains. There, in a small crevice surrounded by snow, he saw it, the starry flower. It was the most beautiful flower Pip had ever seen, its petals shimmering with a soft, ethereal light that seemed to pulse with the rhythm of the stars themselves. Pip's heart swelled with joy as he approached the flower. But just as he was about to make his wish, the ground beneath him began to tremble. The mountain rumbled, and a giant, icy boulder began to roll towards him, threatening to crush both Pip and the flower. With no time to think, Pip acted on instinct. He flapped his wings as hard as he could, pushing against the wind and the cold, and used all his strength to lift the flower from its crevice. Just as the boulder came crashing down, Pip flew to safety, the starry flower clutched tightly in his beak. The wish. With the flower safe, Pip landed on a nearby ledge and looked up at the night sky. The stars twinkled brightly above, as if encouraging him. Holding the starry flower close, Pip closed his eyes and made his wish. I wish to touch the stars. Not just for myself, but so I can bring their light back to my village. As soon as Pip made his wish, the flower began to glow even brighter. The light from the flower enveloped Pip, lifting him higher and higher into the sky. Pip felt weightless as he soared upwards, higher than he had ever flown before. Before he knew it, Pip found